I speak with corrupted tongue.
Recognize the underworld since I was young. Recognize the underworld since I was young. Recognize the underworld since I was young. I speak with corrupted tongue.
This is what it is. This is what we came to do. Yet another chapter, another sequel. This is what it is. The saga continues. Corrupted conversations. I go by Henry Blanco, aka Young Mariah Carey, cause I'm wild, beautiful in the face, you feel me? Aka Young Oprah Winfrey. Only when I file my taxes, you smell me? Aka Young Angie Martinez, the new voice of New York, you heard? 5 seconds away from booking an illegal flight to either Colombia or the Dominican Republic so I could go get illegal facial surgery, you feel me? Come back to the tri-state and the world if need be, looking like a young Angie Martinez, the new voice of New York. This is what it is. First place trophies only. We don't do second place. We don't do third place. We don't do fourth place. Participation trophies are blasphemy. Don't ask for me. This is what we came to do. Iconic, elite, epic dialogue. Today we have another special episode. I say that every time and I mean it every time. You smell me? This is what it is. What we have here today is an entrepreneur, a visionary, a writer, a vocalist, a rapper. In my opinion, during the heyday of YouTube, one of the pioneers of the do-it-yourself energy, an artist all around. But listen, I do a cute little WWF entrance for my guests and all that. But doggy, I need you to do me a favor for the listeners, for the viewers. If you can you tell the people what your name is, what you go by, and where you are from?
My name is DYME-A-DUZIN, Donovan Malik Blocker. I am from Crown Heights, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
That's a fact. Big Brooklyn energy.
Yes. And I represent New York as a whole.
That's a fact.
And I represent hip-hop.
That's a fact. Listen, the frequency is in the air. This is what it is. Again, corrupted conversations. So this is how I want to start the episode off, my brother. I like to start it off real human. You know what I mean? From the moment that you woke up today, from the moment that you opened your eyes to right now, how can you capsule that feeling? For the viewers and the listeners, from the moment that you opened your eyes to right now, how can you capsule that feeling?
I would say just very much grateful, ambitious,
okay,
creative, looking for the next idea, looking for the next thing to, push forward with, my career and, just creativity, period. I feel like just a creative space, a grateful creative space, waking up thanking God, even right now to this, right now in this moment, just like really grateful that, I'm here and grateful that I'm able to, live the life I live, just a grateful creative space. That's just the energy, yeah.
I love it. The gratitude is mutual, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a go. Look, this is what it is, man. You feel the energy in the air, corrupted conversation. So how I truly want to start the show is I have a segment called Clip Bow.
All right.
So it's basically like a lightning round. I have 10 words.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw each of them at you individually. You want to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Try not to dissect it too much. Try not to dwell too much. Just give me the first thing that comes to your mind. I'm the clip, you the bow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna start with the first one.
Let's get it.
Clip bow. Happiness.
Love.
Elaborate.
I feel like I love the people I'm happy with. Love makes me happy. I feel like when love is being spread, that's, happiness is within the happening, right now, you feel me? So it's like when that love is being spread and shown actively, I feel like happiness and love is synonymous.
I love it. Logical answers. Next one. Clip bow. The 3 little wise men.
The 3 ninjas.
You can't tell me anything else about that?
3 little wise men. The Bible?
Oh, okay, all right. Was you part of a group?
Oh, wow.
Wasn't you part of a group or something like that?
Yeah.
With 2 other individuals talking to me?
Yeah, 3LW.
I threw you off a little too much. You over there went to the Bible. That's crazy.
Nah, because that's like so far out of my mind. That's kind of crazy.
I bet. Talk to me a little bit.
Yeah, for the people to know, I grew up as a gospel rapper. I started off as a gospel rapper. I always shout out, like on my interviews, shout out Q the Prophet. I recently came to his church, and it's like this is my mentor. He was also a rapper. He still raps, but he was a rapper back in the day, doing this thing, thriving, and I was inspired by him first because I was sheltered away from like worldly hip hop, as my mom would say, because I grew up in the church. Okay. You see, so he was like my first influence that made me want to get on the stage.
Did he give you your name?
Yes, he did.
That's crazy.
Yes, DYME-A-DUZIN, and DYME-A-DUZIN is kind of like a selfless name. It's kind of like, to God be the glory. Like, I am just a man. I'm just an artist. I am just giving the credit to him. He is the reason why I am in the positions I'm able to thrive in. You feel me? So back in the day, starting off as a gospel rapper, 3LW was like me getting together like with two of like my homies and trying to start a group because we was trying to get our ideas out.
Of course.
Yeah, detention. You get me all back into that.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know how I know that, but I just know it. We gonna keep it moving. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Listen, next one, Clip Bow, in studio versus live performances.
Live performances.
Why is that?
Just like now, just interaction, just like you can feel people's like real energy. You can really get a vibe of who they are and share the moment with them. I feel like this is like we're living in, it's living art. Like when we perform, when we critique, when we listen, I feel like it's an art within all those things. So it's like we all sharing that. So it's like a live performance, it's a live action, it's like art piece. It's like all of us just participating in some like shit, opposed to like me recording and having my moment that translates. Right. When it gets out to the people.
Absolutely.
But we're sharing it in a live performance.
In a live performance. Okay, I love it. Logical answers. We'll go to the next one. Clip Bow, Charged Up.
Drake?
Nah, is that related to Domino's Pizza?
Oh shit. Yeah,
I told you I'm a different animal, bro. I'm a different animal. Go ahead, talk to me, man.
It's Charge Up officially. Charge Up.
Okay, Charge Up.
Charge Up made me think of Drake because that's the Drake
this
track.
Is true. This is true.
Yeah, Domino's
Shout
Pizza.
out to Meek Mill and all that.
Shout out to me.
It happens. Talk to me about that opportunity, man. That's a beautiful thing, brother.
So on top of, you feel me, being an artist, a recording artist, an MC in hip hop.
Yes.
I also write jingles for commercials. So I got the opportunity for the second time to make a joint for Dominos Pizza that was like, a national joint, got some play throughout the world, so that was a dope opportunity. I work with a company named Duotone. Okay. And they're like a third-party company to, big brands. So me and them, like, we work together and create, they produce and I write. And
amazing.
We make some joints for the big brands out here.
That's fire, brother. That's fire. When I seen that, I was like, nah, we gotta talk about that a little bit, cause like shit like that ain't an everyday thing, dog. You know what I mean? People, I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody just making music for Domino's, bro. You heard?
Hey man, it's a blessing.
Absolutely. This is what it is. All right, we gonna keep it moving. Next one, Bow, Anxiety.
I just heard a line today. Somebody said, I got anxiety. I don't like people. I feel like that's like it's a big, I feel like in the hood today, or just in society today, that's like a main topic, like anxiety, like people being, nervous to be in certain places or being overwhelmed in certain situations. And when I think of that, I just think of like, a societal norm. A new societal norm.
I could dig that. Now, was it a gradual process for you to identify what anxiety was? Or was it one of those things for you that you just got it from the beginning? Because I feel like we all lived with it for so long, especially our generation. Like we lived with it for so long that now the conversations, are beginning to be brought up and people are having that like revelation where it's like, oh, I've been living that. Right. We're living with that my whole life. That's what you call it?
You know what's even, like, interestingly enough, talking about it right now made me, like, realize, like, real anxiety moments, like, real anxious moments in my life. Like, being on the train on, like, Utica Avenue and being, like, on a packed-ass train as, like, a 10 or 11-year-old just being very nervous of just the eyes around me or just the people. You feel me? And I don't get that feeling really these days, but just talking about it just made me think of
those feelings, those moments.
Yeah, so it's not a far-fetched thing. I remember just being on the train, being in the seats, people all around me holding me.
Hate it.
You feel me? Just shaking in my fucking lap, shaking in my lap on some shit I don't want to be seen. Not even I don't want to be seen.
It's just too much around me right now.
Too much. You know, it's hard to explain. So I guess these days, the definition would be or is anxiety.
Absolutely. This is what it is. Logical answers only. This is what it is. Next one. Bow. YouTube. The beginning. Now, before you go any further, I gotta tell you, one of the first times. I mean, I'm a YouTube baby. You know, what I'm a LimeWire baby. I'm just an internet baby.
All right.
One of my first times encountering you was with Traffic.
Yes, sir.
Which is Timothy De La Ghetto now. So you were one of those people as in those beginning chapters of what YouTube was, especially for a consumer like myself, just living in New York and just learning what this new platform was. You were one of those artists that I ran into. You, Traffic, D Pride, a bunch of other artists that I ran into throughout that whole, algorithm. I wouldn't back in the days.
Algorithm.
Yeah, I was about to say back in the days it wasn't even called algorithm. It's called algorithm. Now they make it sound cute. It's called algorithm.
Right.
But back in the days it was just almost losing yourself in this tunnel of just this new internet. Talk to me a little bit about that. How much did YouTube play a part in just, the beginning, the ascension?
YouTube was my outlet to really get just my creativity out. MySpace was before that.
Absolutely.
So
shout out MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace was kind of it was feeling a little industry. Now being having years put into industry shit, I can compare MySpace politics, industry politics. We were doing a lot of playing with numbers.
Right.
A lot of they had the MySpace charts, and they had Taylor Tequila at the top. And
oh my God, I haven't heard that name in so fucking long, bro.
You feel me? So that was the industry of the internet at the time.
Wow, bro. Yes.
So you feel me? YouTube
Tequila,
came, and I feel we were the underground. You feel me? And we very much it was the Ghetto Olympics for us. We fucking made something out of nothing. You feel me? We took our little Canon cameras, edited our videos, and it wasn't industry standard, but we were still able to reach our audience.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So
absolutely. I truly feel individuals like yourself shifted what the industry, I guess, had to adapt to. Because you're right, it wasn't what you guys were doing, from the pranks to the covers to the parodies. You guys it was do it yourself method, bro. Y'all was getting it out the mud with it, your own camera, your own mic, y'all editing your own shit. You guys, I truly feel molded what the industry had to adapt to, the new formula. You feel me? And now it's all over the place. Now everybody and their mama prank people, everybody and their mama do covers, everybody and their mama do it, do the do it yourself formula. But I truly feel individuals like yourself.
Shout out to Soulja Boy too.
Yo, listen. If it was up to him, he'll run in the studio right now, slap me in the face, and tell me he did it first. But that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? But shout out to him. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Listen, we gonna keep it moving. This is what it is. Logical answers only. This is what we came to do. Bow, keeping it godly.
We Come Through. That's my first song.
You did a cover of Keeping It Gangsta, correct?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
It was in a joint that was inspired by Fabulous's Keeping It Gangsta. And it was really like I said, I grew up in the church, so I was kind of very much sheltered away from a lot of music that was out there. I didn't grow up with cable, so it wasn't a lot of BET. It was I was at my cousin's crib to see the BET shit, so it wasn't a lot. So Keeping It Gangsta got introduced to me by one of my friends in church that was a little bit more exposed. You feel me? Hot 97 and BET.
It be like that.
Yo, Keeping It Gangsta. He was yo, me and him kind of sat down and was yo, we can flip that shit, and me becoming a rapper and that me wanting to write my first song. keeping it godly was it.
I love that. I love that. Now, how does it feel to? Yeah, listen, I know things, brother. I'm a different beast. You know, I'm cut from a different cloth. But listen, how did it feel to like do that as a child and then later work with Fab?
Yeah.
On that Chicken remix, correct?
Yeah.
How it feel, brother? Like, how was that like full circle energy? How that resonate with you?
You know, shout out to Fab.
That's a big fact.
Very much a influence. Exact. You know, first song that I ever made, and then yeah, it's just very much like full circle energy for sure. Yeah, I remember sitting down in another interview a few years ago, just having that like hit me like, yo, I really was. Because you don't think about shit like
Absolutely
that all the time.
Not.
It's like
yeah,
you just
yeah.
keeping it pushing, and like you really just staying creative, and like that'd be a second thought. Like that'd be the last thought in my mind. Like wow, it all connects, and you know that everything connects.
Absolutely. Everything is connected. This is what it is, man. Like I said, I know things. I don't know how I know it, but I just know them. Shout out to acknowledgement. Listen, we're gonna go to the next one. Bow. Wu-Tang and American Saga.
Oh, my first acting role.
Episode 6.
Season 1.
In the Cypher.
Yep. And yeah.
Talk to me, man. How was that experience, brother?
Beautiful. You know what's crazy? Fun fact, I actually auditioned for another.
Raekwon.
Well, yeah, I did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You ain't even know.
Nah, I didn't.
Until like later it pieced together. I mean, talk to me about that whole moment. I'm gonna stop cutting you up, bro, because I know things.
No.
But I want you to give it to the people, doggy.
Right,
talk to me, man. How was that? How that unraveled for you, bro? Like from you getting contacted to when it actually happened. Talk to me about that whole experience, bro.
We're
Please.
gonna break this down real quick.
Come on now.
Boom. So, first, I auditioned for RZA's movie with Azealia Banks.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
I don't know what the name of that movie is no more.
Me neither, but I definitely heard it be talked about.
Yeah, that's when Russell Crowe spit at her at the.
Oh yeah,
part.
that's what I know from it. Yeah, that's crazy.
Right, I auditioned for
Russell
that movie.
Crowe spit is crazy.
That's crazy.
Taking that back to Harlem is different.
OD.
All right,
But yeah, we got an audition for RZA, so I'm practicing for this joint. I'm supposed to be like one of the I ain't see the movie, so I guess I was supposed to be like one of the co-stars or something
Right.
for one of Azealia Banks' rapping partners. So I guess it was like a battle rap movie.
Okay.
So they had me audition. I did horribly in front of RZA and like the whole staff, and I remember RZA just asking me like, "You a rapper?" I'm like, yeah, I kind of got this audition, like, through my rap and shit, like, I became an actor type shit. And he was just like, okay, nice to meet you. So I basically bombed in the audition, like, so he was basically telling me my acting sucked. And he knew I was a rapper, though, because maybe he seen me before, or he just kept me in his mind.
Right.
Fast forward, Wu-Tang American Saga, I get a call for that audition. Shout out to Innovative, my agency. They had me audition for Raekwon. At first, I didn't know because I was unfamiliar with the verse that they gave me to spit.
Right.
So I know it's Wu-Tang, so it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna come through, I'm gonna spit my flow, I'm gonna give them like that, like more Wu-Tang's 90s vibe, but for sure, I'm gonna just keep it me and just rap. So they had me come through, do a Raekwon verse. Didn't get the Raekwon shit because I obviously didn't make the connection that it was Raekwon, and I just was spitting it like my own shit. But they liked my rapping skills, so they called me back to be one of the rappers in the cypher. Okay. So I came through, but I also had a whole like 2 other scenes too, so they needed me to act too. So I had to audition. I had a controversial scene in the film. I mean, in the series where me and like an old lady get into it. Damn. Yeah, me and the old lady. She's very sweet in real life. Like she was the moms in Above the Rim. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a great movie. Me and her got, you feel me? We was rapping outside her window. You feel me? And she wasn't feeling it. So
you threw a rock? Yeah,
I threw a rock at her window.
It happens. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
And she called the cops on niggas. So you feel me? So
well, cause and effect. It is what it is. What it is.
Sorry, Miss B.
Yeah, it happened. How do you do you think that would you like acting to be incorporated in your future? Like, was it something that you enjoyed enough for you to be like, yeah, this is what I would love to do this again?
I feel like within YouTube, I was already expressing that with doing skits and having my own shit going on with that, like directing my own film. So that's something I always wanted to, touch on anyway.
Right.
I'm inspired by, the Dave Chappelle's.
Of course.
The guys like that, like especially in that era, like
oh man,
they
the
was
sketches,
killing,
man, were
and they're still classic to this day.
Of course,
so it's
timeless.
like the fact that that's even a fact that we can still look at those and look at them as timeless. I understand that like work like that can be timeless, so I keep it up and I build on the craft and I study the greats.
Absolutely. This is what it is. This is what we came to do. Logical answers only. We're gonna go to the next one. Now we spoke about this a little bit as far as like the beginning chapter, but I want you to tell me what. When I give you the clip out, just tell me how it resonates to you in the current time. Clip out, social media.
A tool. Yeah, I feel like nowadays I've kind of I see through the matrix a little bit.
Like that.
It's more like I feel like a lot of people allow the algorithm to kind of like run their lives, and they're not understanding that they're being manipulated. So to kind of take yourself outside of the manipulation or look at it from different perspectives. I always say like, look at shit 3 times, like think of shit 3 times, like why is this going on? Like why is someone having me on this app for this long? Why? I try to look into like the technical aspect of, how these niggas making money. Let's talk about because niggas get on apps just blindly and just mindlessly and just be like, okay, I'm on this and giving their data away, like with that AI shit,
right.
Like niggas giving their fucking faces and imagery away for people to use just however they want. You feel me? And they're not reading the, fine prints and just the shit like that. The technical aspect of all of the shit that's supposed to be marketed as like fun or marketed as like shit that's like supposed to be just, the technical aspect of the fun shit. That just looking past that. That's what I'm saying when I say, seeing through the matrix, just not letting that shit fool me, and trying to spread that and just giving people, just planting that seed in people sometime too. Just like, yo, like, you're reacting off of some shit that's being fed to you off of the internet. You feel me? The manipulation is for their benefit. Right. You feel me? So
absolutely.
It don't benefit you to feed into that shit. You feel me? You got to look at it and see how it can be a tool to use to, further your business or further what you got going on,
right?
Or just make you a better person. You can use that shit to just learn.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I definitely feel like it's so beneficial when it comes to connecting dots. Right. But if you let it be the undertone of, let's say, for like your personality or even how you go about your day. Like I know people that I've even had moments, man, I'm honest enough to be like, yo, I'll post something, and if I don't get the acknowledgement that I feel like I should have got, it might affect my day. Truly, it might affect my day. But then the other way around, it happens if I do get the acknowledgement or like it surpasses what I expected, it might affect my day in a positive way. And sometimes I feel like you said, the manipulation. Sometimes the muscle memory of opening and now that like we open our phones through face identification, shit is wicked, bro. Like shit is, it's almost like they sped up the process of being manipulated. They sped it up.
And that's the thought processes. That's the type of thought process like I want to promote.
Right. But yo, the majority, you try to hear that shit, because the majority of, like, if you're an artist, I feel like eventually you're gonna get it, right? But if, like, let's say you're just and this might sound harsh, but if you're just a consumer of art, if you're just a sheep, you're just walking blind.
That's more harsh.
Let's just call it what it is. If you just blind, like you're not even gonna know you're being manipulated, because manipulation becomes part of your lifestyle. Like it's a culture at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely agree with everything you said. Again, listen, logical motherfucking answers only. This is what it is. We're gonna go with the next one and last one. You brought this up a little earlier, but I want to get more in depth. Bow, Ghetto Olympics.
The future. Ghetto Olympics is a brand that I started in 2017, just with the idea behind it being our everyday lives coming up where we come from. You feel me? Just us being, hood niggas, us being, people from low income spaces, just our race, not being, you feel me, white. We just gotta put a certain type of pep in our step. We gotta strive as hard as an Olympian would to get our goals.
I like that. Talk to me about the dime pack.
Well, that's well, they started off as the Equal X Army, which Equal X is kind of like my past YouTube fan base. Okay. So like Dime Pack is kind of just like just like a committee. I'm putting together that just pushes forward this concept of Ghetto Olympics and just ideas that I'm having, just period. But yeah, just basically just the gang, the fan base, the people that support, the people that really don't got a problem sharing the news, because that be it seems like a problem sometimes. Like people don't be wanting to just show simple love or say that they like some shit.
Talk about it. This is what it is, boy. It's become like a form of currency where it's almost like we're asking for somebody for gum back in the day. It's like, yo, nah. It's like, yo, support, bro. Like, nah. It's like, it's yo, but listen, to be devil's advocate, sometimes I catch myself even being like the person that's got to step out my shoes and be, yo, let me post that person's, you know what I mean? Let me post this. It's this weird thing that social media has done to us, bro. I think there's no exclusivity. There's only exclusivity when you have a social awareness. No, self-awareness, excuse me. When you have when you're self-aware, you can catch yourself tripping. Like, yo, let me chill. Like, who the fuck I think I am real quick? Like, let me go back to this DM. Let me repost that. You feel? But again, you can't repost just anything. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through the process of elimination in the sense of like, should I post this in X, Y, and Z and but
you got to build a social media discernment.
Yeah, man, you gotta do some type of filtering, man, where you realize, okay, all right, this makes sense. Let me post this. But sometimes social media puts us in this bag. You know what I mean? That's just really the only way I could put it. But this is what it is. We ran through the clip out. That was the segment. You know what I'm saying? I know a few things. I don't know how I know it, but this is what it is. This is what we came to do. Now, I appreciate that, brother. Come on, man. First place trophies only. We don't do second place.
Gold medals too.
You know what I mean? Anything else is uncivilized. Yes, listen, so I got this other segment, man. What I got here is I got pictures. Listen, shout out to the TV, because everybody, I'm noticing every one of my guests do that. Yeah. But listen, it's logical for you to do that. Once I say pictures, like the screen, the nearest big screen, it is what it is. But I got it over here. We're gonna do we do post-production over here. The rest of the world, shout out to Post Malone, but we listen to post-production. We edit over here, doggy.
So listen, I love editing, bro.
Come on, especially you. Yeah, you come from that cloth. You come from that cloth. Boom. What program were you editing? What program were you using back in those days?
First program I was using was Windows Media.
Windows Media.
What else? CS4.
Okay.
Final Cut a little bit. I use iMovie.
Okay, I heard good things
on my phone a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in my Adobe Premiere stage right now. Okay. Adobe Premiere Pro. I've heard good things about Final Cut, things like that. But listen, shout out to the programs, because at the end of the day, to me, because I used to make beats and I used to also use Pro Tools or whatever the case may be, they all kind of have the same template.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's all slicing and dicing.
Just like recording software like Pro Tools.
This is true.
You feel me? Like,
Fruity Loops, all that craziness.
Similar shit.
Exactly.
Same,
But listen, this is what we're going to do. So what I have here is 5 pictures. They will be on the screen for the viewers. For you, I'm going to show them via the laptop. Just tell me I guess give me some backstory, give me some narrative behind it, and we'll go from there. We're gonna go with the first one. Tell the people what they see on the screen.
That is DJ Clark Kent.
Legendary DJ Clark Kent.
He's in my comments. One of my freestyles saying, "You are the future Crown Heights legend, nephew."
Talk to me, man. How's that? First of all, how does it feel right now looking back at that? And then, you know, if you can if you can remember how it felt at that moment. Like, I mean, Clark Kent's fucking legend. Mandatory title. Talk to me, man. Talk to me a little bit about this moment.
Let's put you up on some history that, well, everybody.
Come on.
That you feel me? This is a beautiful moment, but what's even more beautiful is that in high school, DJ Clark Kent and Combat Jack.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I was literally just listening to a Combat Jack, the Angie Martinez episode on the way here. Shout out to my AirPods. But go ahead. Combat Jack.
Coincidence.
You know what I mean?
DJ Clark Kent and Combat Jack sat me down to sign to a label they were about to start.
Wow.
When I was in high school.
Wow.
So back in the day, like, I mean, I was like 16, 17. They were starting up the label, and they sat down, like, sat down with me and my mom at the time, and yeah, she was my manager at that time.
Amazing.
And he was just like, yo, we fuck with your shit. My classmate Cabria was DJ Clark Kent's daughter. So she, in high school, I was like passing out my mixtapes and shit, promoting myself, my Equal X Army and shit. And she got a hold of the joint, and she basically gave it to Clark, and he called me into a meeting and was like, yo, you dope, want to sign you, da-da-da. But I guess, I don't know, like, I don't think that label actually ended up being started. Also rest in peace, Combat Jack, once again.
Absolutely.
But that was the beginning of me meeting Clark Kent.
At the time, did you know who he was? Like, did your mother give you, like, the scoop on who he was?
My mom didn't even know.
Okay, all right.
But me as a, like I said, like someone that was sheltered away from the rap shit a lot. Right. I was already, like, I became nice because I was a student. Still am. You feel me? I became just someone that was just obsessed with getting better and obsessed at learning about more in hip hop. So I had an idea of who he was just by the research I was doing. You feel me? So it was like, oh, this is the guy who discovered Jay-Z.
Yeah, man. This is the guy that was bothering Biggie about Jay-Z. Like, yo, my man, you gotta check this guy out, though. Right. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, man.
So that was my first encounter with Clark Kent, and just to see that he still supports years later.
How long after that first encounter did this happen? Like this, how many years after?
This was like this year.
Oh wow, amazing.
That's this year.
Okay, listen, this is why we gotta talk about it. I see these things, and I'm like let's unlayer it. Shout out Clark Kent.
Love.
You know what I mean? Legendary hip hop individual, legendary sneaker culture individual.
Oh, yeah.
Clark Kent is
legend.
Special dude, man. Special dude.
That's me and Capital Steez in high school throwing up the Rockefeller sign.
Shout out to Rock and R.P. Steez.
R.I.P. Steez.
Talk to me about this picture, man. I mean, like, what emotions is it giving you, or even not that? Like, you tell me what you want to unlayer from this picture visually. Like, what's it doing for you right now?
Well, Morrow, Edward R. Morrow was our high school that we went to, and it was kind of like a college. We were very free in there. Like, if we kind of wanted to cut class, it was very easily accessible. You feel me? We had these free periods called optas, and a lot of students would kind of like lay in the hallways or like find little spots within corners and just kind of mac out on the floor
all day,
all day chill. You feel me? And some people would just not go to class and shit. So like looking at this is a crop because it was like other kids in it.
Okay.
But like I feel like he's probably on the floor, like. I'm leaning over, like I was trying to be clean ass nigga, but niggas was like real hippied out. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like that just puts me back in the time where it was just like worlds were colliding, because I feel like that was like some of my first experiences with like people of different like races and communities.
Okay, that's real. Now at this, how old were you guys? You guys were in the same class at this time, like or same grade, like?
No, I was a little bit older.
Okay.
I feel like they were like underclassmen.
Okay.
Like Capital Steez, Joey Badass, like CJ Fly. I feel like Caesar Fly may have been in my grade, but yeah, maybe like 2 or 1. Yeah, cause like Steez is like would have been like a year younger than me, or a year or 2. Yeah, so I mean they were just underclassmen, so they're a little younger. Yeah.
At that time, even at that time, were you able to see like? Well, even though you guys are children at the time, you know what I mean. But were you able to get from him that like he would choose the path of like thinking a little deeper and like even like cultivating this, you know, 47 way of thinking and the whole situation of how he cultivated, you know what I mean? Well, he, in my opinion, I feel like he kind of brought a lot of that, you know, the third eye talk, and that he brought that back to fruition in the sense of like making it part of the movement, I guess. Did you see that early in him, or was it just like, yo, we were just kids? It's just, you know what I mean?
Well, nah, like I really did, because he was always like a soul searching type of guy. Like he would be on some, like I remember seeing him converting to Rastafarian.
Okay, wow.
You know, Rastafarianism. And yeah, just watch him go through that process. Watch him even like start to smoke his first L's. Like I didn't even smoke back in high school.
Okay.
You feel me? So just watching him getting into like, you know, deeper thought, meditation, spiritual shit, and yeah, from high school in the Rastafarianism, I kind of saw a peak of that. And when we got out, when he was like 19, and we started, you know, collaborating, when I had got signed to like Warner Brothers, you know, he was fully into it. He was on some crystals, chakras. Like he was putting me onto all types of shit. So, you know, from high school, I kind of did see that he was, you know, soul searching, and that he was gonna be the type to, you know, enlighten people.
Amazing. Listen, R.I.P. Capital Steez. You know what I'm saying? Long live Steez. This is what it is. This is why we here to talk about these type of things. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Classic dialogue only. Listen, we're gonna go to the next one. Tell the people. Well, we spoke about this a little bit during the clip out segment, but you know, let's get more in depth. Tell the people what they see on the screen.
That's Wu-Tang.
Come on, man.
That is me on top of a car, a prop car, a prop cop car,
a PCC.
Yeah, in Park Hill Project.
In Park, shout out Staten Island.
Yes, sir, because that's the real Park Hill. I heard some people shot in Jersey, but that's the real Park Hill. We out there, we had real people pulling up on us like, what's going on? Okay.
What was the intention right here? Like, yo, catch me while I lay on this cop car real quick.
Yeah,
like,
it was like one of the extras. Like he was like a seasoned extra.
Okay,
you feel me? So like me, I'm like brand new and just like real, just green and this shit. Just like, yo, like mad excited to be there, not realizing the fucking hours of just gruesome just on set. And I did like 3 scenes, and that shit took like 2 days. So the fact that, you know, it was over and we was all wrapping up, and you know, it was a good feeling. And the extra, he was just like, yo, you want to take a picture? I was like, yeah. And I was just posing by the car, like mad shy posing by the car.
Yeah.
He's like, nigga, yo, get up on that shit, man. Get up on that shit.
That's a fact.
Then I hopped up with the car, took the picture.
Amazing. I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, looking at this picture, I'm like, you on set. Now, this don't happen to everybody every day. You feel me? Like, especially having a moment, even though it's a prop car. Fuck that. That's a cop car in my eyes. And you laying on it on some what? Like, you know, this is what we came to do. Like, you know, and you get paid to be like, bro, it's lovely, bro. It's a beautiful thing, bro. You know, again, these I choose these pictures because I see them and I'm like, now we gotta unravel them. You know what I mean? You feel me? So we're gonna go to the next one. Tell the people what they see on the motherfucking screen.
Oh, this is it's funny. I went to pick up Summer Jam tickets at Hot 97 a few years back. Maybe this was like 2017 or 18.
Right.
And I ran into DJ Kool Herc.
Legendary.
And
legendary.
He dropped some gems on me. It's actually not the first time I had met him, but we actually got to chop it up.
Beautiful.
You feel me? It was a, you know, good talk. We was one of my boys, like he like one of my hood ass boys was just like didn't even realize who he was for real, and was trying to like have some type of argument, like trying to like prove some type of point to him. He just like gracefully just like shut him the fuck up.
Oh my
and then,
God!
It was just smash smooth, and I was just like, yeah, man, this is hip hop.
Yeah,
you feel me? This is who I aspire to be. Like, this is what, you feel me? In the future, you know, I like to, you know, carry myself like, you feel me?
Absolutely.
You know, good guy.
Listen, shout out Sedgwick Avenue. That's a big fact. Big hip hop shit. And we in the 50 years. We currently in the 50 years.
It's
so it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. All right. We're going to go to the next and last one. Tell the people what they see on the screen.
That is the cover to my single Underground Hove.
Talk to me a little bit about this, man. Let's segue into this. One, talk to me a little bit about the cover. Now it's pretty self-explanatory, but was this intentional shot, or was this a moment that turned into oh, we're gonna use that? Now that's what we gonna like. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is actually a shoot. One of my favorite shoots. You know, and it was just a moment within the shoot that I just really, you know, I just captured like this was the only picture like that in the whole, you know, film roll.
Right.
And, you know, I stuck with it. I just, you know, I went back because it's probably I shot this in 2018. So this is an older picture.
Okay, and you ended up using it later on. Wow, that's a beautiful thing. That's how it works sometimes. That's a beautiful thing. Now listen, I wanna unravel that was the pictures. I wanna get more in depth on this record. Underground Hove. Talk to me a little bit about the I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but talk to me a little bit about the inspiration of wanting to use, you know, that label for this record, like calling yourself the Underground Hove. Talk to me a little bit about that. Like, what's the narrative and initiative behind that?
I mean, being an artist for Brooklyn, of course, very much influenced.
Of course.
By Hov, very much influenced by what he's done and, you know, the levels he's reached, the heights he's reached. So, being from Crown Heights, where Reasonable Doubt was created, or at least like a lot of the, you know, like Brooklyn's finest, like produced by DJ Clark Kent. Also being as young as I was, gaining the interest of the same DJ that, you know, gave him his first shot, you know, and just being an artist from Brooklyn and a pioneer, so they might, you know, so to speak, in this space.
Right.
And just, you know, I feel like I'm in a lane where you can kind of say like who else within this underground culture within these past 10 to 15 years, coming up from YouTube, having deals, you know, in Brooklyn, you feel me, travel the world type shit. Like, who else could be like named like the underground Jay-Z or this shit? Like, I don't want to be Jay-Z, you feel me? But it's like you feel me, the position he has in the game, and I feel like within my lane, I am that of that, and with all these similar comparisons, you feel me? I just feel like it was, you know, it worked, and it wasn't even a name that kind of like was like self-induced, like it wasn't mine. Somebody actually called me that, and it kind of like sparked the idea.
Okay.
So it sparked the idea like, yo, you like an underground Hove, like you're like a young nigga in the street type shit, like seeing me on like come to a studio that he didn't know I was gonna come to type shit.
No, I think people, those who know could understand the parallel of what you're trying to make. You know what I mean? Those who know. Talk to me a little bit about the production.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Halfademic. Shout out to Montage, Money Montage. Montage is a producer I frequently work with. You know, forever. You feel me? So, you know, me and him are locked in. So, yeah, him and Halfademic created this joint, sent it over to me, and I always like had it in the tuck for like a few months. And yeah, like the underground whole concept just, you know, fell on me, and I was just like, yeah, maybe this could be the track that I'll put her on.
I love that. I love that. Talk to me about the reception. How have people reacted to the record, or even just because even me, like when I peeped, I was like, oh, he got a song called Underground Hove. Oh, I heard you. Like it sets a tone immediately. You know what I mean? So talk to me a little bit about that from the title to the actual sonics of the record. Like how have people received it?
It's been getting great reception. And it's also like growing. Like I feel like the more people hear it, and when, like you said, like the first time they hear it, like when they really get to like take it in for the first time on some like, oh, you know, I fuck with this beat, I fuck with what he talking about, like nigga hit the vocals on it. Like when you really consume the record, I feel like people like appreciate it, you know. And yeah, that's really what I'm just striving for more, just to like push it more, just to get it out there more. Also, just gonna keep dropping singles, but I feel like, yeah, this is definitely like a staple, you know, another you know, milestone with my career. I feel like That Chicken was another one. You feel me? So like even with like Fab hopping on That Chicken, that even made it a bigger moment. But even that record within itself, just that single, I feel like was a stamp for me. So I feel like this is just another one.
Absolutely. Listen, the record is out now. You gotta check the individual's discography. Everything will be in the description. Go support. That's not a request. That's a motherfucking demand. Or we cut your mother's big toe off. This is what it is. This is what we came to do. Go support. So listen, man. In this part of the show, I want to dissect some lyrics. Oh, we running and gunning, bro. We running and gunning, brother. This is a different type of show. Corrupted conversations, first place trophies only.
Gold medals.
Come on, and then myself taking a shot of the you say real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Hove. Shout out Sean. Sean, send some bottles, Sean. This is what it is, man. This is what we came to do. So I want to dissect some lyrics. I chose specific lyrics from 3 different songs from your catalog.
Okay.
So I want to repeat them to you, and you just basically tell me the intention, maybe where you were at this part of your life, and all that good stuff. So we're gonna start off with "This Is My World." No. Listen, this is what I do, brother.
My world. You can all lend to.
This is what I do, bro. This is what I do. We don't play. I refuse to waste anybody's time. So listen, we gonna start with "This Is My World." I chose some lyrics from that record and just kind of paint the picture for me and the viewers, the listeners.
All right.
They don't know there's something sharp up in my coat, waiting for them when they approach. Nah, I ain't no gangster, but get shanked thinking I'm a lick. A damn shame, it's the way we gotta live. Talk to me, man. Let's no, this is what we're gonna do. Let's dissect the first half. They don't know there's something sharp up in my coat, waiting for them when they approach. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, but you painted a beautiful image of violence, if need be. But no, I wouldn't say about defense. Self-defense. Talk to me a little bit about that part of the lyrics, man.
I feel like, especially in the past, growing up, you know, in the hood and, you know, places where we come from, especially like a Brooklyn.
Right.
You know, we you know, walked around in a lot of fear sometimes, just being, you know, younger kids, dealing with, you know, gangs and dealing with, you know, stick up kids and shit like that. Even as adults, like I feel like a lot of people might just have that, you know, look over your shoulder mentality, like, yo, if a nigga, yo, don't start nothing, won't be nothing, or you feel me, what they say, I wish a nigga would.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like, yeah, I feel like growing up, coming up where we come from, kind of just have that mentality, like, yo, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, if it go down, I got it on me type shit.
Yeah, like I got a family to protect. I gotta
make it back home. I gotta make it back home. Nah, I ain't no gangster, but get shanked thinking I'm a lick. A damn shame is the way we gotta live. It's pretty much an extension to what you said, but talk to me a little bit about that. Nah, I ain't no gangster, but get shanked thinking I'm a lick. A damn shame is the way we gotta live.
Right, I feel like, it's a shame that a nigga gotta really be on some defensive shit when, you know, he want to be just peaceful. He just want to just be in a spot, you know. In other places, you know, you probably won't have to worry about certain things like this, but you know, being from Crown Heights, you might fuck around and, you know, be caught in the wrong spot, wrong time, and nigga might try to try you. So I say, it's a shame, you know. It's like a hopeful lyric. It's like, you know, hoping for better, but you know, this is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So that was This Is My World. We're going to go to the next one. We spoke about this record a little bit. That Chicken. So I got some lyrics from that record. Stress that's on my mind, stress my sober mind. Though the hood is weak, we find good and speak in these textures of the times. Trace sketches for the blind, shit Webster don't define. If these record execs don't check for a nigga, then for the check, I'm loading mine. Let's go with the first half. Stress that's on my mind, stress my sober mind. Though the hood is weak, we find good and speak in these textures of the times.
Stress is on my mind, stress my sober mind, you know, it's life stresses, stress my sober mind, just kind of pinpointing the fact that, you know, my sober mind is stressed, but, you know, in that Chicken, I feel like a main idea of the track was like a getaway, you feel me? So when I get away, you know, that stress is gone, so it stresses my sober mind. And, you know, though the hood is weak, we find good and speak in these textures at the times. I'm saying, like, though, you know, we might be low income or, like, you know, we might have weaknesses within our ghetto, like, we find our voice within music. And when I say textures at the times is whatever might be popping at the moment. Like, you see drill music, like, a lot of niggas could sit there and get on the track and just make a career out of nothing, you know, and that's what hip hop is really. You feel me? Like, people just expressing themselves on tracks and creating songs that resonate with their fan base, and it's like really creating something out of nothing. So, you know, we find good within that. You feel me? And yeah. That's the Texas at the times, yeah.
Trace sketches for the blind, shit Webster don't define. If these record execs don't check for a nigga, then for the check, I'm loading mine.
Trace sketches for the blind, what I'm saying is like, yeah, trace sketches for the blind, like for people that don't know what we going through, you know, I gotta paint pictures or just, you know, all the artists in the hood, like of the underground that kind of paint pictures for people that, you know, didn't really know before. So like what I say, like shit Webster don't define, like shit that you won't read in the book, shit that you can't really, you know, you're not going to experience unless you go through it or see it for real. And shit Webster don't define.
If these record execs don't check for a nigga, then for the check I'm loading mine. I mean, listen, sometimes you gotta run up in these buildings if need be. Nah, listen, we ain't trying to say that's what we gonna do.
But nowadays,
God damn it, if you push me against the wall, you put my back against the wall, bro, I'm gonna come for mine, bro. I'm gonna get mine, dog. And that's, listen, I ain't trying to get too crazy. Shout out the industry, but we coming for ours. This is what it is. So talk to me a little bit about that, I guess. Like, I mean, were you at a point where that thought came to mind where it's like, yo, man, if they keep playing with me, like, I might have to really not do something, maybe not be ignorant, but maybe I might have to imply. Maybe I might have to show them something. I don't know. Where were you at that point? Like paint that picture for me.
At that point, I was basically dismissed from my band at the time.
Okay.
I was in the band. You know, we started like like a neo soul hip hop type of joint, and we was, you know, doing our little numbers and shit. I ended up like, you know, disbanding from them. So like that was like my brothers. I felt like those was like my I ain't grow up with brothers. I had two older sisters that was gone out the crib before I was even old enough to really bond with them for real. You know, so, and I had no brothers at all. So those was like my brothers, and basically they was telling me like, yeah, you know, it would be probably best if you, you know, did just your solo shit. You feel me? Alone. You feel me?
Fuck you talking about, bro? Like, fuck you mean, man? Like, what you yo, but be like that, man. That's really be sometimes the narrative. I appreciate you even expressing it and talk to me. I mean,
I'm you know,
let's go.
You back into, you know, how I really felt at that time. You know, and yeah, so that's like where the lyrics come from, like the feeling like I got nobody. I wonder if I got the crew, because they don't really got nobody. So what we really got to lose, like, is like I felt just like alone at that time, you know. So you know, it came from that type of place, and I also feel like that's why it resonates a lot too, because you know, people could relate. You know, just like being in friend groups where you don't really know if they're your friends for real, or you might be questioning things, and yeah, that's where I was at that point.
I love it. Listen, you gotta appreciate the vulnerability. This is what it is. This is why we talk about these things, motherfucker. Logical answers only. Goddamn it. We're gonna go with the last one. Yo, listen. I'm ridiculous. Bro. Like I'm ridiculous. I'm ridiculous. But you gotta be ridiculous to get them ridiculous millions, right, brother. We gonna be on our way. But this is what it is. But listen, we're gonna go with the last bracket of lyrics. You know what I mean? To full circle. We're gonna go with Underground Hove. We was youngins on the internet, in it to share what our vision is. Now we talk shares, build businesses. For brothers and sisters, the benefits, assisting my richest constituents. Now, I don't even know if I said that last word right.
You did.
All right. Shout out to me. We was youngins on the internet, in it to share what our vision is. Now we talk shares, build businesses. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Use a full circle ass nigga. And I mean, it just happened how it happened.
Yeah, man, come on now.
What we were talking about
absolutely
in the beginning, you feel me?
Absolutely.
YouTube just wanting to get our vision out, just having no resource or limited resources, and just making it happen. And when we did it, you know, we, you know, created something bigger. You know, we reached across the world. It multiplied. We inspired thousands to this day. You feel me? So
absolutely, man. For brothers and sisters, the benefits, assisting my richest constituents. Talk to me about that, man. Listen.
You feel me? As we build the businesses, you know, we thinking about, you know, generational wealth. We thinking about passing it down. You feel me? So for brothers and sisters, the benefit, you know, just to create and continue to build black business. You know, assisting my richest constituents is, you feel me, being, you know, on that same shit while I'm assisting, you feel me, other artists, like say a Fab. Like in the future, I always say this to myself, like I want to like maybe like curate Soul Tape 4 or some shit like that.
I can see that. That's a beautiful vision.
And, you know, I'm inspired by a lot of people that I feel like I want to help. And I've always wanted to help a lot of people that I'm inspired by. So I feel like, you know, that was just a line I wanted to throw in there, just on some shit like, yeah, this is something like I'm doing. And, you know, like this Domino's shit, you feel me? I'm helping Duotone fucking do a commercial for Domino's, and, you know, getting my pay from that. And that's like throwing an alley-oop. I'm not the, you know, complete boss of that situation, but you feel me? I am assisting my richest constituents.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Underground Hove. Big full circle energy, correct? Like, listen, I'm a different animal, bro. Listen, I refuse to waste your time. We're going to talk about what needs to be talked about. We're going to talk about every little piece from the fabric that matters. You know what I'm saying? All these records that we just broke down are part of this brother's catalog. Go check everything out on the DSPs. You know what I mean? Go support. That's not a request. That's a motherfucking demand. You feel me? Please. And I don't mean the word please when I say it, because it's a motherfucking demand. This is what we came to do, you heard? First place trophies only. We don't do second place. We don't do third place. We don't do fourth place. Participation trophies or blasphemy. That shit is uncivilized. You know what I'm saying? We want them shiny first place trophies. This is what it is. Yo, bro, I appreciate you pulling up to the show, man.
No,
you know what I'm
thanks for
saying?
having me, man.
No, of course, bro. Of course. I can't stress it enough. Show's not over. I got one more. I got one more question. I want to end the show, but I want to give you, you know what I'm saying, in the right way, in the most genuine way, your flowers again. Because like I said, bro, like I know of you from the era when I was clicking. You know what I mean? I was on my clicking beginning. The internet, the YouTube spectrum, and that whole frequency, even the MySpace. Shout out to HTML coding and all that. That era, bro. Like I feel like, you know what I mean. It's a beautiful thing to see. You know what I'm saying? How far you've come, the evolution, the adapting. You know what I'm saying? And everything that comes with your journey. And I kind of feel like, you know what I mean? I'm grateful for you to come on the show and just even have this conversation, man. Be honest, vulnerable, entertaining, and all them factors that need to be done in front of a camera and microphone. You feel me, bro? Likewise. So thank you, man. I can't stress that enough. I want to end the show with this, man, because I feel like we layered a lot. We unlayered a lot, excuse me. Mm-hmm. But this is the way I like to wrap it up. If you had one word that could describe the next 5 years of your life. Now, boom. The reason I say 5 years is because to me, in my opinion, 5 years is far enough. Boom. It's close enough to call it, but far enough to activate imagination. Like it's right there, but it's a healthy space to be like, yo, I want to imagine. I got an imagination. So if you had one word that can describe the next 5 years of your life, what would it be?
One word?
One word. I mean, listen, get crazy, bro. You could you could run down a whole sentence, man. Give me 100 words, man. It don't matter, bro. Just paint the image, doggy.
I'm just getting like a channeling of social impact.
Okay, I like that.
You feel me?
Elaborate a little bit if you can, brother.
I feel like leading by example is a big part of influencing people who might, you know, look up to you or might, you know, look at you for inspiration or just might be just scrolling. You feel me? Sometimes a motherfucker might just end up on your page or end up meeting you and hearing something from you that might just plant a seed in them that's going to help change their life. So, social impact.
I like that.
And you feel me? Social is standing out to me because conversation, social media, just outreach with everybody, just connection. You feel me? And impact is just like, I got this concept, world domination, like dime-a-dozen domination. It's like I just really want to spread a positive message widely and just create a social change as I also like learn, how to be better. You feel me? Just be like an example, more of an example than a preacher.
I like it. Logical answers only, goddamn it. Social impact. We moving the needle societal wise. I love that. This is what it is. Again, bro, I can't stress it enough. I'll be repeating myself 100 times. I don't give a fuck. It's my show, and this is what we do. I truly want to thank you for pulling up, bro. For real. Cause these conversations, like I said again, man, like I said in the beginning, man, I gave you your flowers already, and again, I'm on the come up. You know what I mean? So I feel like these type of conversations are magic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
And I respect what you do. So I
brother.
definitely, with no hesitation, was like, yeah, let's make it happen.
I appreciate that.
I enjoyed what I saw. You feel me? It was entertaining. You feel me? You're insightful. You're charismatic. You feel me?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Listen, we came to win, bro. We came to win, man. Again, man, everything will be in the description. This individual's catalog, the story, the narrative, the impact, you know what I mean? The everything, all the chapters. Go tap in, go support. That's not a request. That's a motherfucking demand. Jeez. Any last words, my brother, for the people?
Just tap in, y'all. Just come along for the journey, man. It's been a long one. It's like, yeah. I YouTube started like 2006.
Right.
So if anybody been rocking since then, you've been along for for the ride. 2000 from any time,
Right.
You know, anytime in between that time. You know, thank you, and let's keep it going.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is what it is. Again, brother, thank you for pulling up to the show. Corrupted Conversations. This is what it is. I can't stress it enough. First place trophies only. We don't do second place. We don't do third place. We don't do fourth place. Participation trophies are blasphemy. Don't motherfucking ask for me. This is what we came to do. Corrupted Conversations, Dime-A-Dozen, Crown Heights, you know what I mean? Henry Blanco, young Angie Martinez from the neck up. You heard the new voice of New York. This is what it is. And shout out Angie. I mean no disrespect. When I meet you, you already know what time it is. Listen, we gonna connect and
it's gonna happen soon.
Listen. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Listen, the homage. I want to pay homage, but I just my energy is a little too much sometimes. So I truly hope that you know, there's no offense taken, because, you know, there's things that sometimes that's out of our control.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And sometimes miscommunications can happen without us even intending it to happen.
But regardless, push forward.
Exactly, because I don't give a fuck.
Right, and you being yourself. It's not like you trying to cause nobody harm.
Exactly. And all I'm trying to do is trying to say that you was on some legendary shit, and I'm cut from the same cloth. And this is what we came to do. Again, bro, this ain't Corrupted Conversations, Dime-A-Dozen. Check the catalog, tap in. Listen, this is what it is. Until next time, bow.
Sheesh.